alright. Smidge closer. I don't know how much people do you normally see. Okay.
Right. Definitely missing some over there now. Okay. Oh, this one. Right then. Should I go? I think maybe turn it that way. No, right. Will do. Okay.
I don't know where to look. Let's look at my notes. Hey guys, it's Jess here from Hook and Coach, and welcome to the very first episode of the CWTCH Cast. It is Thursday, the 5th of August 2021, and for some reason I'm sat on my own in my living room filming myself, because why not, innit? Why not? Who am I? If you don't know who I am, most of you won't. There's a video that's got some things about me, bit of an introduction, so if you fancied finding out a bit more about me, I suppose, you can go there and look at that. Oh my gosh, this is a really terrible start. Well, let's just go on from here then. Oh, this is going to be so bad. You'll get used to me, you'll get used to me. I'm an indie dyer. My company, my small business is called Hook and Coach. I started dyeing July last year, but I was crocheting for a little bit before that. Only a little bit though. I haven't been doing it very long, and should I just call it the podcast? I don't know. And I decided that I quite fancied dyeing yarn. I've got quite a creative background. I've always been obsessed with arts and crafts and anything that I can do or make. So I fancy trying it. We're in the middle of lockdown, and I had a knit crate through. I think it was May last year. They had like a partnership with Chemknits, and I basically got obsessed with watching all of her YouTubes, and I binged, and I mean binged, and then I just decided to have a play around with some yarn, and I fell in love, and I've been doing it ever since. It's just a very small shop on Etsy, and I recently had my first pop-up shop, which was really successful for what I thought it was going to be. So yeah, just having a great time. I've got another pop-up shop next weekend in the Crochet Sanctuary, which I'll talk about later.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's enough pre-waffle. I told myself I wasn't going to waffle. Hands. This is just going to be a hot mess, isn't it? Okay.
So I thought that I would do kind of like a standard run of like a podcast. So I'm going to start with some finished objects, not that there's ever that many of those, but I'll share any that I ever come to finish, and then I'll show off my WIPs this week, and then progress. So if there's no progress, I won't show you them every week, but only the ones that I've progressed on. And then I thought I'd talk about things that I want to crochet or make, or patterns that I've seen, talk a little bit about stuff that I've been dyeing and plans, and then talk a little bit about stuff I've bought, because I've always bought something, and then just general waffle, although I've started this with waffle, so goodness knows if anybody's actually still watching. So anyway, let's get on with finished objects. Now I'm going to take this with like a pinch of salt this week, because basically I could just show you a few things that I finished ever, because I can.
Yeah, so I'll start with those.
So the first one I'm going to show you is it's a gift. I've not completely finished it, I suppose, because there's a couple of ends that need to be sewn in, but this is a baby blanket, which obviously there's a couple of ends there, which I can't fully show because I've decided to sit quite close, but I'm here. So this is, I don't know, oh, is it going to be the right way around? Oh, it doesn't matter. So this is for a dear friend of mine who's having a baby in September, so hopefully she won't see it because it's a surprise for her. I don't think she follows me on Instagram. Oh, I haven't told you where you can find me. Oh, I'll do that in a minute. It is the Baby Pandemonium blanket, which is a pattern by the girls of the Crochet Sanctuary. So Lisa and Linda Rose have got just amazing patterns, I've got to be honest. I made this in a week because I was obsessed with it and I couldn't put it down. The colour choices, I've gone neutral because we don't know if the baby's a boy or a girl, and I did add in my own little flourish and put the name baby and then the last name on there. But yeah, I'm really excited. I just need to finish this. I've even blocked this one already, which is just, yeah, well done me.
So that's that one. I think, no, I know.
The pattern's available for free for that one on their Facebook page. It's called All Things Crochet Sanctuary. This is a hat. Should I put it? No, I'm not going to put it on because it's just going to make my hair a right mess, which doesn't need help. But this is actually a reversible hat. So that's it one way and that's it the other way, which I thought was really, really cool when I saw it. So I whipped this up again. This is a quick crochet about 2 or 3 weeks ago. When I came home from the Crochet Sanctuary, I did it in some of my own hand-dyed yarn. So that is, it's not actually one I sold, it was a second, so I get all the seconds.
Of my yarn, I don't sell them because, yeah, this one is slightly felted because I wasn't watching the top very closely.
So this one became mine, but actually it's lovely, it's really lovely. So this is an Aran, 100% merino wool, and it's in a colourway that was unnamed. It never got a name. So this is an interesting construction because it got made this way round, and then I crocheted something together somewhere. I can't even find the join. It's clever, very clever. The name of it is, I've got to look at my notes for this because I don't remember. It is called Winter Waves Beanie and Slouch. A Crocheted Simplicity has made this. It's about £2.50 I think on Ravelry. Super cheap. I think worth it actually because it's quite a nice, it was quite a nice easy knit made in Aran. It was only 100 grams. I think I've got a teeny tiny bit left.
I really like it. I think I had to go up a couple of hip sizes though because I was doing it with too tight. And had I carried on doing it that small, it would have only been okay for my 5-year-old. So yeah, that's that one.
And then this one I don't think I'll ever stop banging on about making. So this is my Flatiron by Tony Lipsy from TLYarnCrafts. This I made in a mixture of hand-dyed yarns, and honestly I'm obsessed with this one. I can't wait for the winter or even the autumn really, so that I can start wearing this one properly. I made it for myself. It's the first scarf or maybe shawl I've ever made for me. I made my sisters and my mum some for Christmas because I couldn't hug them at the time and I was desperately missing hugging them, and so I crocheted them all a hug and then wrote a really, really terrible poem and apparently they all cried on Christmas Day. Couldn't think why. Yeah, but I hadn't made mine until about a month ago, so this is mine, although they didn't get hand-dyed yarn.
We'll see how their knits and crochets fare, and then maybe I'll make them something hand-dyed, see if they're knit-worthy. No, I'm sure they are. Actually, I know they all are. I was just, yeah, I already had the yarn for it. Anyway, I'm talking about stuff. I've definitely gone off on a tangent. This.
So this is part made with my yarn and part made, oh no, I've forgotten. I'll tag it below. But this one I bought to match because I was impatient and I couldn't be bothered dyeing some yarn and waiting for it to dry, so I just ordered some off Etsy. But I also really love supporting other small indie dyers because the world is big enough for every indie dyer, and I think we've all got such different takes on colour and personalities that come through in the yarn that I just, yeah, I love other people's work too. So that's this one up here. This one here is Panic. There might be one still left in the shop, I'm not sure, from the Hercules collection. And this bottom one here was actually a couple of different minis. You can probably see the striping because I didn't mix, like I didn't alternate skeins because life's too short for that many ends. My brain just went super blank. And then the very tip, I think it's done in, it was another mini that I sold called Purple Peacock at the time. But all of my yarn, although I'll talk about this later, they're one of a kind. So once they're gone, they're gone. They are normally done in batches of between 2 and 5 skeins, and that is it. Although I can do bigger batches. If you get in touch with me, I can do like custom orders for bigger amounts, but my enjoyment comes in the process of creating new colourways, so that's what I do. But anyway, so they're not available, so it also makes them super special and unique. But yes, this is my flat iron. I'm not sure I'll be able to keep it on because I'm a bit warm, a bit wham. And that's actually all the finished objects I'm going to show you guys, because that's technically the only things I've finished in the past probably month and a half. That's a complete lie. I definitely finished this one in June, but it's so pretty. So it's if you haven't made one, you need to. It's a really simple pattern as well, properly addictive. Again, this one I think was 8 or 9 days, made in fingering weight, so small stitches, and I still made it super fast. But I like that it's not too deep a V, because I don't really like a deep V shawl personally. So now it's time for WIPs. We may as well just call this the WIP parade, because I have got a lot. There are so many. Yeah, so many. I'm going to start with the biggest. That's actually halted recently. In the UK, we had a mini heat wave. Was it only last week? I don't know. It's wet and miserable now, so who knows? I can't remember when it was stupid hot. Maybe 2 weeks ago. Anyway, it was so hot that I was struggling to crochet. I think everybody was. The yarn sticking in particular, like around my wrist as I was trying to do it, it was horrendous. So I didn't knit on this because also it's huge. I'm so not going to get this into shot. Like it's so not going to fit, but I will hold up some of it. So at the start of the year, and I cannot believe that I've actually stuck to it apart from the past 3 weeks, I started a temperature blanket.
For the first time after, no, it's the first year that I could start it in January, so I did. As I've only been crocheting for a year and a bit.
But this is another TLYarnCrafts pattern. It's a Tunisian crochet. I actually really love Tunisian crochet, and I'm hoping to do a Tunisian crochet shawl for myself.
Soon. I'm thinking the Loveland shawl. Oh, there was this one. No, I'm jumping ahead. Hold on.
So this is it so far. I don't post about this on Instagram very much because taking pictures of it is an absolute ball's ache and I just can't be bothered. But yeah, so we've got this so far, which I kind of love already. The colours are very me. I mean, considering will grow. This is about halfway through, just for you to get an idea about the insane size.
Oh, I think I just heard one of my kids. It's well past their bedtime. They're all awake, obviously. It's just who they are. So that is that WIP. Actually, this needs to get a bit of love. I need to work on this. I don't want to get too far behind on it. I was doing so well. I've never been more than a week behind. So I need to get on that. Oh, I hope they don't come downstairs. This isn't going to be a one take, I don't think. I think I'm going to have to do a fair amount of editing on this.
I will tag everything below because I'll fill in the blanks where I'm not actually explaining anything. What am I knitting that in? Crocheting, oh my gosh, even I do it. I am crocheting that in a mixture of things. Deramores seems to be featured a lot in that. I think it's DK weight. Next on my WIP list is another Crochet Sanctuary pattern. I am making, let me get a picture for you. I went to their most recent crochet day up in Crewe in Cranage Hall, and it was like a staycation vibe, and I think the one next weekend is following on the same theme. And this is what I'm making. So it's peg bag. I'll actually show you the other project. I have not got a lot done on this, considering it was like what, probably a full month ago. This is as far as I've got, and it's just been shoved so it's properly crinkled. This is as far as I've got in making the peg bag. So it's like that, see, and it's got the slit there. I think I'm on some decreases now, so I'm getting somewhere with it, but not onto the fun bits. So this project is being made in Sheepy's Celestia. You can see. I'm not gonna lie to you, I do not rate it. I've worked with it before. It's really splitty. I mean, it's just really splitty. Do not be fooled by the brand, which I can't say. I call it Sheep G's. You can correct me if you want. I'll say it right probably about once and then forget how to say it. So it's being made in Celestia and Katona. The Katona's okay. I've worked with Katona as well before. This one doesn't split as much. You see the Katona. So I've got a couple of different balls, colours of this one, ready for all the details. So all of this actually I got as part of my day at the Crochet Sanctuary. If you don't know what it is, so it's basically a room full of crocheters, and then Lisa and Linda Rose give you goodie bags which have amazing stuff in there. You take your own hooks, and then they give you, on the days, you get 2 projects and you get all of the wool to make those projects. You will not finish them, like I did not finish mine on the day. You won't finish them, but you get 2. I think it's amazing, and we were spoiled rotten. You also get lunch, but that's just the day one. I'm going next weekend and there's 4 projects. Just ridiculous. It's amazing. It's such good value. I'll link them below. I kind of don't want to, because I want to go to all of the ones in the future when they release their dates, but I can't be that much of a knob, so I will link them below because they're fabulous, and I think everybody who loves crocheting deserves to go on one of their days because it's so fun. In fact, I think I might even drag some of my crochet friends with me on a couple because they're just so fun, and I met the best people there. Like, you find your people, and your people are awesome. Yarn people are the best people. They're just the best. They're the best. Another WIP, can you believe it? Which one? I'll show you the other Crochet Sanctuary one, which I've actually done nothing on since because I've got so many WIPs. But this one I'm going to alter slightly because I didn't meet gauge because I should have gone down a hook size and I didn't. So this is the flower jute bag. So it's going to be, I don't know if you can see. So it's going to be a cover for this bag. So it's going to be so cute, so cute. So the way that I'm adapting the pattern is that I am going to make it a full square. So it's going to be one big square rather than 4 mini. But the rest will probably be the same. This one is being worked up again in Celestia. So I'm just, yeah, I'm not a massive fan. It's super soft, super soft, lovely and soft. and the colours are gorgeous. They have an amazing range of colours. I worked with them before. I made a load of washcloths for a shop, a zero waste shop, in these for Christmas last year, and I wasn't massively keen on them then. But look at that colour. Oh, it's all just berries and gorgeousness. I'm a big fan of berry, shades of berry. I've got a child shouting for me. No, go to bed, Mac. No, go to bed. I'm filming this because Mike's gone out. Mike has gone out possibly for the first time, what, in like a year and a half properly. He's just gone to the cinema, so I thought, great, I'll actually make this. I'll make use of my time at home. Because I don't know, it's a bit weird and embarrassing, isn't it? Just talking to yourself in a room. I mean, I do it all the time on social media, but like, yeah, a bit weird. Gosh, I've already filled half an hour. That's insane. That's insane. So the other WIPs, I've got 3 more. 3 more. What are we at? I don't even know. Is that 4? I'm not sure. Doesn't matter. So this is a very unloved WIP that I need to, and once I've done the baby project, the next one that I'll show you, I will dedicate a lot of my time to catching up on this, because I think this will be amazing. But currently it's just stagnant. So this project, I had an idea at the start of the year to do a scrapbook blanket, and I was like, is it going to be too much if I do this? And people were like, yes, it will be too much, and I was like, I'm gonna do it. And lo and behold, it's a bit much, but oh, it's going to be so worth it. But I just have to actually put the time and effort in. I know I do. So I've got different squares, crocheted squares, that represent different things that happen every week. So I've got 2 squares a week, so I think it's going to be something like 104 squares. So there's a different one there. It's a coffee machine. And they all represent different things that have happened. There's avocado. This is to represent when I went vegan for Veganuary. Only for Veganuary though. Then I've got some blank squares here that yet to have their embellishments on. Good to know. My camera cuts out at ½ hour. That's fine, that's fine. I just have to press play again. I wonder if there's a way for me to not do that. Like I said, hot mess this week. It's totally fine. So I don't know how much you saw, but I think I said something about Veganuary. Anyway, so this, I spent a week in a bath apparently. 1 week. See, little roll top bath. My bath does not look like that, but there's that. I won't show you all of them, that would just be quite boring, but I've got various things.
The week I was ill, not a tissue box. So yeah, just random things. For Mother's Day, there's a bouquet of flowers. This one I don't really want to mess up, this is going to be quite hard. See, there's so much sewing involved. And they're all really intricate, and they're all made up, so it takes a lot of time and effort. This will be a American football for the Super Bowl. My youngest son started potty training, so I've got some wine friends.
And I've got a whole bunch more, but I don't have as many as I should have. So what I have been doing is writing down what I need to create each week. There's 2, like I said, there's 2 squares a week. So I've been keeping like a diary sort of thing for it, but I've not made them. I will, I know I will, I just have to do it. This is the thing. So many ideas, so little time. Right, let me go tell him to go to bed. In my not preparedness, no, I remember. So this is called the Retro Baby Blanket. It's by Little Doolally. I'll link her below. This has yeah, it's just been a joy to work on. So this is another baby blanket. The lighting is absolutely rubbish, but here's a close-up of the colours and the stitch. It's super pretty. So this has been a joy to work on. This is my second attempt at a blanket for this person. So my first one I've actually already frogged because I hated it. I hated it. You may or may not be yet aware of a blanket called the 6-day kid blanket and the 6-day baby blanket, something like that. I loved it. I found a photo of a version of somebody's just on a Google search, and I trawled Ravelry for days trying to find this pattern, and I found it and I bought it and I started making it and I hated it. And then I got annoyed because I wasn't wanting to do it, and I was like, just persevere, just keep going. Maybe if you do it, you'll just start liking it, like if you just keep going. And I realised I got to probably about like 2/5, not quite half of the way through, and I was like, hate it, don't want to do it. I wasn't gravitating towards it. In fact, it put me off crochet for a good couple of days. So I just went, no. So I took to Instagram stories and I put out a plea for people to share their go-to baby blankets with me, because I was like, obviously I don't know what I need help to decide. And I cannot remember who shared that. No, is it Angharad? I think it's Angharad, because she suggested this one and I love this one. And I can't put this one down. But it is made with cotton. I'm making it with cotton. It's not made with cotton. I'm making it with cotton, so I actually cast on more because there's not as much give in cotton. So I cast on, I think it was 108 instead of like 89. Make a drastic difference. It would have only been that big without the extra bit. It definitely needed the extra 20 personally. But it's taking ages. Of course it's going to take ages. It's teeny tiny stitches. So I'm making it in a mixture of cotton and bamboo. So I've got a couple of pink box cottons, just DK, which I rate quite highly on affordability, durability and just general softness. So I've got those colours in paint box at the moment. And then I've got Stylecraft cotton and bamboo. I don't know the colours. I don't know the colours. There's like a peach one, like a mauvey. Is that more? The lighting's terrible. So I've got those 3 colours in the bamboo cotton range, Stylecraft bamboo cotton. Super duper rate these. This is so soft. This is gorgeous. It's absolutely stunning. I would say though it's more like a fingering weight. They say it's DK. It ain't DK. Definitely thinner. And then I was like, oh, I really need like a cream kind of colour to like lift it. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to put in an order. I don't want to put in an order because all of this was from Stash, which just shows that my stash is way too big. And then I thought, you dye cotton. Daft sausage. So I just pulled out a bare Pima cotton DK that I dye, and it's lush as well. I love this cotton. It is so soft. If you haven't worked with Pima cotton before, it's different to cotton. It's got luster on it like for days. It's shiny. It's got a gorgeous sheen, and how it works, it just looks beautiful. It just, like every stitch in it looks beautiful. So I even did, so I could follow my own pattern, a little sheep chart. How cute is this sheep? It's so cute to follow the colours. So that's the colours on my sheep. Oh dear. Anyway, so that is going to be a long crochet, but It is addictive and I am working on it. I am knitting. I knit very slowly. So I've made a skirt. I dove in at the deep end, decided I could knit after making a tiny headband in, I want to say September last year, and I was like, I can knit. My sister knits, I've knit before, my mum knits, I can knit. So I went for a pattern testing of a skirt for Knitatude. Took me 6 weeks of solid knitting to get that skirt, and I didn't even make it as long as it was supposed to be. Yeah, insane. Anyway, this is another Knitatude pattern. This is the Easy Eyelet Yoke Lite. It's being worked in some Lion brand, and it is going to be a jumper, and I'm very excited about it. When it's finished, I'll try it on and put a picture up. But it's a top down. You work on the yoke. I had to do German short rows, which I'd never done before because of course I'm a brand new knitter and I think I can knit everything, but I can't. But I am, but slow. So it's in one of my favourite colours, like this olive green, and this is the wool, merino silk cotton. It's stunning. I think they've actually discontinued this, and I'm sad because it's so nice. It's really nice. Anyway, so I'm currently 4 balls down, 2 to go. But I started that back in April. It's a slow burn. It's fine. It'll be ready for next summer. It's so fine. And I just want to mention the bag as well. So this bag is the little grey girl, and it's velvet, and I just sit here stroking it. And then in this bag, another little grey girl bag. A little bit obsessed with her bags, not going to lie. I have my other knitting project, which again, slow burn. I think these were an April start as well, maybe even a February start. I think these were Feb. I had this crazy idea that I was going to make 12 pairs of socks this year. This is my second pair. So this is top down, 2 at a time. I'm doing them on, I think these are zings. I don't know. I'm not good enough at knitting to actually know enough about knitting stuff. But yeah, so this is kind of like a little cable twist pattern that is super, super cute. The bottom part is made in hand dyed by me. The top bit, have I kept the label? Have I kept the label? Check me out. It's Sockya Kemknits, sock weight, merino nylon blend. Yeah, they're gonna be lovely, lovely. When I finally do them, they may go to London with me next week. My battery is flashing, so I don't know how much longer I'm gonna have to do this. So I'm gonna try and round it up. That's actually, it's not all of my WIPs, there's another one. Oh my gosh, this is literally like the never-ending WIP parade. Right, I feel this is genuinely the last WIP. Genuinely, I think. Apart from the one I'm not showing you, but I'm not bothering showing you that because I haven't worked on it for like ages. So this is the Celestia cowl. So it is another crochet. This is actually mosaic crochet, and I've done a lot, but not enough to finish it. So this is my pile of finished hexies, and I don't have a picture of it yet. I didn't print out a picture of it. It was a cowl that started in Now Crochet magazine last year. I don't know if you can buy the pattern anywhere, but that's where I've got my patterns, apart from the fact that I'm missing one of the magazines, but that's fine. I think it's just on walkies somewhere. So it's being made up in Colour Crafter, Sheep G's, Shepiers, whatever it's called. I don't know. It doesn't matter. So that's working up, and I haven't worked on that probably now for about 2 to 3 months. maybe 2 months. I'm not sure. I get distracted and I do other things. So I've got 2 future projects that I want to make. So I'm planning on making a lunar fade. This is a black and white photo, so it's not the best photo. Lunar fade. Tunisian shawl for myself in some of my own hand-dyed cotton. Oh dear, I'm dropping bits. So I'd already put in all the things that I need apart from something I've now dropped, and these are going to be the colour. It's going to be in cotton. Again, you can see the sheen on my cotton. This is hand dyed by me. I've got Mojito. Oh, is that Frosty Fuchsia or is that Time Out Turquoise? It's the lighter one. Frosty Fuchsia maybe. And then this is Pegasus from the Hercules collection. And they are going to be a fabulous, fabulous fade. So that's a plan that I've got for a shawl for myself. That's going to be whenever I finish some other project that is in my massive stash of WIPs. A stash of WIPs. And then this enormous, again, little grey girl bag has all of the yarn for me to make a proper jumper. So there's me in April thinking, yeah, I'll get the Knitatude one done and that'll be all great and finished. And then through the summer I can work on a proper jumper for the winter. Well, it's not happened, has it? It's just not happened. So it's from the Strange Brew book by Chemknits, and
I can't remember the actual name, but I think it's Mountain. Let me find it. Oh, they're also gorgeous. I can't show you everything. I should have done Mountain
Mist. It's called Mountain Mist. Try not to show you any of the inside of the book, but that's the picture of it. It's stunning. I think it's just so lovely. When I saw the book, I knew instantly that that's what I wanted to make. So I got a bunch of colours. I was messaging my sister actually about this. I was like, it's been so long since I bought the colours for this and decided I was making it. I can't actually remember what colours I went for.
The main, it's all going to be in Rowan. The main one is like a lovely navy. And then I've got some grey. Actually, that's not Rowan, that's Regina? Whatever that is. I've got a grey, I've got like a pale blue, and I think I've got a green in the bottom here somewhere. If I can dig it out. Oh, what fun it is to actually dig through a bag full of yarn. There's more grey. Oh, I'll make this bit fast.
Yes, green. So those are going to be the colours. I'm not quite sure in what order, but it's going to be beautiful when I finally do it. So those are future plans for stuff to make. There's one crochet, one knit, one Tunisian crochet really, one knit. But I'm also going, like I said, to the Crochet Sanctuary weekend next weekend where I'll get 4 more WIPs. So God help me, I need to find more time to do all of my WIPs. I've got too many. I was going to just show you a couple of the new collection that I'm doing for Hook and Kutch. So this is a bit of my die pot segment that I was going to do. So I actually just put all of my brand new yarn behind me and I thought I'd show you a couple. Here we go. I think I'll show you these 3, just 3. So these are from my brand new collection, which is going with me, making its debut in the Crochet Sanctuary at my pop-up shop. I've decided to do a 7-part collection. It's a bit of an undertaking, but it's fine, it's going to be awesome. I'm obsessed with Harry Potter. I mean, who isn't these days? I was getting really confused then. My cat's snoring. I thought it was my son. Anyway, so I'm obsessed with Harry Potter and I couldn't think of a theme that I wanted to do for the next collection. And I kept going back to Harry Potter. I was like, I can't, that's massive. What would I even do? So I've decided to do collection for each book. So this is 3. It's the first 3 in the series. So here we've got Hedwig, which is Harry Potter's owl. Then we have got, this is the Hogwarts Express. So I should have said Hedwig I've currently got on my deluxe 4-ply, which is 85% wool, 15% nylon. This is a new base that I'm taking with me. It's deluxe. It is so stinking soft. It's so soft. I only have limited of that as well. I had to use a different base for others. This is on my Aran, which is 100% superwash merino, and I'm in love with it. I adore this colourway. That's the Hogwarts Express. And then this one is School Trunk. So this is based on all the colours of the leather trunks that they take with them. And I think it is divine. I mean, what's better for autumn than Harry Potter? So that's those. I've also got a couple of like one-offs. There's this one here. You see like the greeny one? I used that as a yarn mop. And I actually think it's the perfect colour for troll bogies. So that's what it's called, but there's one of those. This one is another one-off, and this is just called Deep Water, which will be available in the shop too. So yeah, I might show you a few more of those next time, perhaps, if there's any left. But that's a little bit been dyeing recently. So I had a massive dye sesh. It was 75, yeah, which is massive for me because I'm a teeny tiny indie dyer. What have I got for enabling? I've not actually, well, I have. I cannot find my Mrs. G Stitch Marker Club stitch markers. I've recently signed up to her monthly Stitch Marker Club, but I have got a little bit of enabling in the form of other dyed yarn. So this is from a company called Dailies. Ooh, I don't know if I'm butchering her name. And it's called A Touch of Claret, and oh, it's so scrummy. What you can't see is that bit. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. So that is a yarn that has recently been purchased and put in my stash. Apart from that, and a massive amount of yarn that I bought for my birthday back in June, I've really not bought that much recently. Yarn stuff, that is. I've bought lots of other stuff. So that is actually all the yarn content, although that is like an hour. Oh my gosh, I'm going to have to edit this down so much. So if you want to go, fair point, fair plan. If it's still here, you are a saint. I promise you they won't all be this long. Did I know that I could fill this much time on my own talking? I probably could. I mean, I fill about 80 stories on Instagram within about 10 minutes. That's ridiculous.
Anyway, so a bit about me.
So what's going on in my life at the moment? Not a great deal, quite honestly. I had book group last week, which was awesome. It was the first time we'd seen each other in 11 months. And it was so nice. One was missing, which is totally fine. But it was, yeah, it was so good to actually catch up with friends and see people and do normal things. That was really pleasant. And we're currently reading Such a Fun Age, I think it's called. Don't know who it's by. I'll put a link below. So I'm enjoying it. At the moment I'm about 20% of the way through, but it's been enjoyable so far. Apparently I think it was shortlisted or something for the Man Booker Prize last year. My sister chose it. She always chooses off the list. So yeah, we've been reading that. What else have I been doing? Surviving. I've got 3 small children, and so they're all home at the moment and driving me nuts, but that's fine. I work in a small toy shop on a Tuesday and Wednesday, so I get a bit of respite then from them. We are going to London next week. My friend and I are taking our eldest to some museums. So my eldest is 5, nearly 6, and it's just going to be such a fun little adventure. Just me, him, and then my friend and her eldest. We're going on the bus. It's a long journey, but it's fine. We're staying overnight. We're going to see some landmarks, and that's pretty exciting, getting to show a little bit of where I used to like live and stuff to Nay, so that'll be really nice. What else is going on? Obviously next week going to the Crochet Sanctuary. So talking about the Crochet Sanctuary girls, oh my gosh, I just love them. They are just so lovely. They have been just absolute babes basically over the past couple of months. Yeah, they've just been absolute babes, and it was so nice getting to actually meet them in the July Sanctuary. It was just so nice finally getting to see them in person, in the flesh, in the real. So yeah, they're lush. I love chatting to them. They say, don't they, like no one supports you as much as your online crochet friends, and I think that's so true. I'm sure it's true for the knit world too, but like crochet. So yeah, I cannot wait to go back. I'm going to get to see some of the girls that were there last time. Super excited. It weirdly kind of feels like I'm going home even though I've only been there once, so that's a bit weird. So I don't think I'm actually going to be on here again for a little while. That's no bad thing after I've done like an hour ridiculous long first podcast. So if by some miracle you are here and you liked it, press like and subscribe, and then you'll get a notification for all of my videos. Yeah. On that note, I hope you've enjoyed the content and I've not bored you to death, I hope. But yeah, for now that's enough from me. If you want to find me on Instagram, I am at @HookandCutch, Cutch spelled CWTCH, and this has been Jess on the CWTCH Cast. Okay, bye.